Okay, just call me wise. Oh, they're chilling out. Got a little bit of light going on here. Got the last one video to try and do these videos, so I make sure it goes. Anyway, um, well, this 2016, the world is going to change. You're going to see things you've never seen before. I made this assumption a long time ago that soon we will see things we'll never seen before in our entire life, such as Cern, such as the Vatican telescope, such as religious beliefs changing the world, and this is the strangest presidential debate you'd ever believe would be happening this year. So let's talk about the big concern of CERN first. Super Bowl 50, I didn't watch it, so a lot of people were saying that this was the weirdest Super Bowl ever to see, such as with the music and depictions of CERN on stage. Very strange. I think if you see, I can probably explain it a little bit better if you watch a lot of stuff on the Super Bowl saying CERN. Just type in on YouTube, just CERN plus CERN and the Super Bowl 50. That'll kind of explain a lot more on this. Okay. Also, another thing is CERN is, if anybody doesn't know CERN very well, doesn't know CERN very well. Excuse me again. Don't know CERN very well. You need to look that up and understand what CERN does, what CERN is used for, and what CERN could be used for in the near future. Well, Super Bowl 50 would actually show a lot more of the information of what it looked like if what CERN could do, and that's what they're depicting on the on this show. So anyway, CERN has been trying to do a lot of things on dark matter, which they're looking for the God particle, and I believe they've already found it. And they're looking further into a larger particle that can create this wormhole to another dimension, which is the fifth dimension. And then also, other than CERN, there was another video on there showing if you kind of slow down the video of Beyonce, you could see her face kind of disfigure. Also, religious, I think it was one of the religious channels actually showed that, and it was really strange. Another thing is that other than CERN, there was a lot of the religious beliefs are starting to go in an uproar about Jesus coming back due to the fact there was an older gentleman of 108 years old that just passed away, leaving a message that Jesus is about to arrive. We don't know when, or how, or where. So this was a guy from Israel, and he is a rabbi. And I don't know, a lot of people get confused that about the name Jesus, and they get confused with Yeshua. I don't know what to believe anymore, because a lot of the times that, I mean, you don't know. There was no J back in Hebrew language, so who to say what's real anymore, because the Bible has been changed so many times and pages are missing, so we don't know what we're supposed to be really reading or what's really true. There was a deal also on a telescope. There was like a Galileo telescope, and then there's something else that was called something different. You'd have to look on Hagman and Hagman on the Cern thing. I think it's Cern, Hagman deal. They just put one out not too recently. You might want to look up Hagman of this week's stuff on Cern. But it talks about a telescope that the Vatican is using, and it's not the Galileo telescope, which is it's actually being used as a normal telescope to check out the planetaries and check and see the movements of the planets and see the new planets or whatever not. But this new telescope has that the Vatican's using, which is further known as their observatory, as known as Lucifer, and you look it up what Lucifer stands for. Excuse me. This telescope is not like the Galileo. That the lens, the Galileo looks like this, and if you see on the other lens that the lens are curved, like the thumb there on each side are curved inward. On the other telescope, which on the Galileo you see when light refracts from the lens, it goes everywhere on the Galileo, but in this telescope it is bowed inward on each side to refract the lights in an even ray to show the true nature of the objects. And what they found was astonishing. And what they found was that we are not alone. Believe it or not. It almost looked like you were looking into a little microscope, and these things are moving right around our planet, and it's really strange. It looks like weird crap. So I would look in the Hagman thing, and they'd actually show you what it looks like, and they explain better on the telescopes than I can, because I've only seen telescopes do certain things, but I've never really got the chance to really check that stuff out. Another thing is, what else I was going to talk about? Presidential stuff. The weirdness that's been going on with it, finding out that a lot of stuff's going on with that. Trump, I call him the actual true, the man that will arrive, that people say that worshiping him. A lot of people are noticing, if you watch these presidentials, these people are actually worshiping him. Because of the fact he wants to close all borders to everyone outside of the United States, even Canada, clear down to Mexico and around the world. So that way the United States stays closed. No one comes in and no one leaves. And what's that tell you? That is right there, straight up evil crap. Any man that's created was created by God. And if you believe in the religions thing, a lot of people don't believe in God. People believe that Scientology is that we were put here. We don't know what to believe anymore, because of the fact is there's so many skepticisms that when God created Adam and Eve, he told Adam and Eve never go down the valley after they sinned themselves. They took a bite of the apple, and God gave them what to give them. Anyway, he told them, do not go down that valley and mingle with those people. And what people is he talking about? Were the people here when Adam and Eve were here? That's very, very strange. Very weird indeed. So look up on that stuff in the Bible. Also, I've looked up stuff in the book of, what was it, Enoch. And it explains a lot more what Enoch was actually taken by God to show exactly what happens in certain places. And he got to see the tree of knowledge and smelt it. The breeze coming from the leaves and stuff, you could smell. He said it was just almost like a sweet scent of cinnamon and so forth and so forth. But I would look into that, and it was just it's kind of curious that the words are a little different, and what Enoch had seen, and also if you read in the Bible of Ezekiel 1 through 8, you can actually see exactly what you're reading, and it actually explains that there was some weird stuff in the Bible too that a lot of people didn't catch either. That talked about this guy actually seeing aliens. So some friend brought me up to that, and I was kind of like, that's weird. Never think of the Bible would actually depict that, something like that. But anyway, I want you guys to kind of look into yourselves. Believe what you want to believe. Don't push somebody to believe something you want them to believe in, but once you want them to believe in, because it's not going to do any good. Because they're going to completely do nothing. I've learned this. I went to a Mormon of Faith to check this out and see what they do, and they're not good at all. I don't believe that a man that has sinned cannot partake of the sacrament because of what Jesus did a long time ago on the table, stating that around murderers and thieves, that he was breaking bread and partake of the wine. Okay, and he says, here, this is the bread, this is my body, this is my wine, this is my blood. And he was showing you, look, I want you to remember who I am. And if a man cannot partake of the sacrament and cannot sit there and allow himself to remember who he is, and Jesus has accepted people that have sinned, he says, I died for you. No matter if you sinned or not, these sins are going to be gone. If you just repent and ask of me to help you. And a lot of people don't realize that that's what's supposed to happen. But believe what you want. I cannot tell you that's the way you should believe. And a lot of people say, well, Christianity, okay, of Jesus Christ, okay, a lot of people say the names of Yahweh and so forth, and Yeshua and so forth. We don't know the real true name of who Jesus really was, because there's not such a J in Hebrew. And I want you guys to really think about, this is how you should follow. If Jesus told you to follow him, okay, to do the things he does. And I've tried this, and it actually works, is that don't think about yourself all the time. You can think of yourself and make yourself healthy, but think about the next person that needs that help too. Help them out. Help them believe that they are somebody better than what they can. They say they can't be. I've had a lot of people say that I can't do this and I can't do that. There's no such thing as can't, because you can. You can do it. You can make it. I sometimes say I can't, and that just puts you down in a hole every single time. But if you believe that you can do better, you can do better. God has a plan for everybody, some way and somehow. Whether you believe in aliens, whether you believe that Jesus is black, Jesus is white, Jesus is tan. It don't matter the skin color. Get it in your thick head. Skin color don't freaking matter. Okay? It is what he said and how he said it, where you're supposed to go, and how you're supposed to do it. He set down a law. Follow me, and you'd be going the right path. And instead of following a Christian, following a Mormon, following the faith that gives it a name, okay, it's not the faith you need to follow. It is Jesus you have to follow. Because he said, follow me, and you'll be in the right path. So, be wiser than you think that other people think you are. Think for yourself, not for others. Be smart. Call me wise. Signing out.